How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. Now, I'm kind of frustrated, right? A few people have sent me videos recently about audits in the street, auditing police stations, auditing this, auditing that, right? Now, my problem with that is the engagement with these people. People still are calling these people officers, right? Especially in Scotland. Now, I've made it crystal clear on TikTok when I did a video explaining the job description of these people who work for the entity known as Police Scotland, right? Their job is a constable. I proved that with documents on the TikTok video, and I read for a case in 2020 in the inner house in the Court of Session. Constable is different from officer, right? Please, people, stop calling these idiots officers. You're getting dragged into the legal realm, right? Example, vehicle, a thing used to transport people or objects, right? And thing is something that they don't want to give a description of, right? If they can avoid it, right? Legalese, trickery, word trickery here, it's all in the language, people, and you are still being tricked, and I don't know what your problem is. You just have to pay attention to what you're being told, right? As I keep telling you, I'll verify everything under a charge of perjury. And again, nobody says that on the internet, right? When you're pulled up in your property, your car, your van, your motorbike or whatever, your camper, your lorry, right? That is the terminology you use. When they say, is this your vehicle? You tell them it's your property and do not move for that, right? Do not give them the jurisdiction with the language that they're using against the people. If the man or woman, no you, if the man or woman has paid for something, they own it. Now, owner has a legal definition as well. Everything's in the language, people. Legal owner is a person. Police officer is a person, right? I can also go back to the ancient times that are police constable, right? Policeman, policewoman, right? They've done away with that now. It's police officer. And what they're trying to do with us people is indoctrinate people who believe that they're officers. An officer is also in TikTok with constable. Officer is a policy enforcer. They're crown agents. They work for the crown. Public servant works for the government. They don't work for the people, right? Because if they work for the people, they would not do what they're doing and getting away with it, right? You see how all over England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland, they're being bullied. They've started doing, I think it's in London, if you wear a face scarf over your mouth, you're getting in jail. They're classed as like a domestic terrorist. And the best is the police in the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, and your so-called politicians that represent the entity known as government, they're the domestic terrorist people. Look what they're doing to our people. It seems to be that we're second class in our own lands, England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland. We're being treated as if we are nothing, and we can't have that anymore, people. We can't have this anymore. We have to put a stop to this once and for all. You have to change your mentality of thinking, and I keep telling you that. This legal system, legal society is only out there to screw you. They're not there for your rights. They're not there to protect your sons and daughters. They're not there to protect the elderly, the sick, the vulnerable. They're not there to end the homelessness. They're not there to end the food banks, and people still don't get what's going on. As I keep telling you, the only way forward is a sovereign government, a people government. That's it. There's no ifs, no buts, and no doubt about it. That's the only way forward. We have to collapse this legal system, legal society. We have to take the entities known as councils back, the police services of Scotland back, the Parliament back, and put the law where the law should be to benefit the people. If you commit a crime, harm, loss or injury, property damage or property theft, or fraud within a contract, then fine. That's what you get prosecuted for. And the other thing is, when you walk in there to these Mickey Mouse courts, you're classed as persons. They don't hear you, they don't see you, and they don't recognise the man or woman because they can't deal with that. They can only deal with entities, corporations, the same as the police. When they're interacting with you in the street, they're very clever. It's got to the point, if you look at most of these videos, these characters are not wearing the hats, right? They should be wearing a hat because they're out of uniform. They're getting away with too much because people are taking their eye off the ball. You have to, if they come near you without your hat, you tell them to get their hat on, right? Because they're out of uniform. That's what the hat's for. And if you watch all these, and I'll give you a prime example, people, if you watch all the marches in the States, every one of them have got hats on. Why is that? Because that's the way it's supposed to be. They're getting away with too much. People have to put their eye on the ball and not take it off the ball. Pay attention to what you've been told with myself and Anti-Corruption Scotland and other people that know exactly what they're doing, right? There's a lot of babble going out there, people, misleading information when people are doing audits. Use people as doing the audits. Call these people constables. Don't call them officers. They're no officers. You've been indoctrinated to believe you're dealing with a corporate employee, and that's what that is, right? They're there to extort money and arrest you falsely, as it's been seen time and time again. They're getting away with too much. They're not enforcing law. They're enforcing policy, statutes, acts, rules and regulations created by a corporation that's not sovereign, known as government, the entity known as government. And this is the bit you people have to realise. A sovereign government would make change in people's lives. A sovereign government would get the law back where the law should be. A sovereign government would help the homeless, end the food banks, and take the courts back. We really have to take the courts back, because these are no courts, these are administrative hearings. These are no judges, they're administrators, bankers, out to get money, people, out to fleece and screw you. And it's all part of a big circus full of clowns, and that's a fact. And I verify that. It's a theatre, people. You see Starmer on the telly the other night in the Scottish, I think it was the Scottish conference, talking a load of nonsense. He's as bad as the rest of them. Sunak and him are a double-headed snake, right? Same body but two heads, right? And that's vipers, people. That's dangerous. We have to end this nonsense. I've also noticed the other day they had a 37% turnout when that entity known as Labour took 2 by-election seats, right? Stop voting, stop registering to vote for these people, right? This is the problem. You're giving consent and you're getting your life taken away from you. You're getting your rights taken away from you. People have to wake up. Get behind Anti-Corruption Scotland. We're choking to have a go at this system, but we need the numbers. There's no nonsense attitude with us. When we attack something, we attack it big time. And it's been proven time and time again with myself. I've been locked up numerous times for nothing, right? Because I challenge authority. I don't bow to their authority. I don't accept their authority, because they have no authority unless you've committed a crime. And they're not portraying crimes. They're portraying acts, statutes and legislation. And remember this, 129 numpties pass a bill in the Scottish Parliament. They consented to that bill. Not the people. There was no full disclosure. They're no sovereign, and there is no contract with these people, because you're treated as a person. You lose your rights when you register to vote, and I keep telling you that. Please, people, stop calling these characters in fancy dress officers. Call them constables, and tell them that if they ask you, or the man or woman, no, you're the man or woman, is this your vehicle? No, this is my property, right? Don't use the word owner, just say it's your property, because the confusion starts when you say owner. 2 meanings, people. A man can own something, and so can a person, and that's a legal definition. Person, a person that owns something, right? You have to really pay attention to the language, because that's where you're getting caught out. And the other thing as well is your date of birth, born day. That's what you tell them. Your born day. That's what I tell them. They say, what's your date of birth? My born day was the 18th of the 6th, 64, right? That's it, born day. Please, people, pay attention to what you've been told. Listen to what you've been told, and start doing your research and educating yourself. Myself and other people can only go so far with information, but it's down to you to be diligent and educate yourself as well. We try to educate you, but you have to educate yourself and help us educate you in the proper context of what's going on. Anyway, people, please share this video far and wide. Make it viral, get information out there, and get behind Anti-Corruption Scotland, because we're the real deal. Use people, take care, be safe, and remember this, look out for each other, because these politicians and everybody in the legal system, legal society, don't give 2 hoots about you, your family, sons or daughters, or the elderly. Okay, people, take care, be safe, speak soon. Remember, don't call them officers.